Hello, my name is Martin Leadbeater and this is our presentation of AudioGraph, an entry for the Unleashed MOD competition 2014. When we examine data, we often use graphs to help us recognize patterns. For example, we can see here a logarithmic, a parabolic and an exponential graph. These are very familiar to a lot of us and tell us a lot about the data that we're looking at. For this documentation we use population projection data for South Australia from 2006 to 2036 from this URL. Here is a sample of data in a spreadsheet. Most people find it hard to get a sense of what's happening by looking at the numbers, so we tend to draw graphs. The three lines here represent the number of people aged at 20, 50 and 80 from the years 2006 to 2036. We can very clearly see a couple of interesting things, a couple of humps, and we can see that the number of 80-year-olds is definitely approaching the number of 20 and 50-year-olds. Here is a visualization that presents all of the age groups on the same graph, and here a pattern emerges with the humps that moves as the group ages. Visualizations like this can be very interesting, can lead us to ask new questions about the data. The problem is that if a person suffers from any kind of visual impairment, it can be very difficult, so this project explores the idea of using sound for the purpose of visualizing data. We can use sound in two obvious ways. We can use volume to represent the data values, and we could use pitch. Here are some samples of data that we've recorded. That's the number of 20-year-olds in South Australia from 2006 to 2036. If we compare this to 80-year-olds, you can easily see how quickly the number of 80-year-olds is rising towards the end of this, towards the middle of this century. Here's the physical device we've built for the project. The AudioGraph has a dataset selection tool, a range selection tool, and a data exploration area. Using these tools, we can compare trends for the 20, 50 and 80-year population. We can compare population levels in 2006 and population levels in 2036 in the examples. For the future, we've designed some alternative front panels for the device. These designs use a circular touchpad with braille markings and also provide other buttons that provide features that we missed in the original design. We also made a physical mock-up of using the braille so that we can explore the effectiveness of this as a technique.